Major points when I think about designing and planning a landscape. And let me ask the audience, name a few. See if we can get the top five.
Plants?
Plants is one, but plants is number five.
Soil. Wind.
Soil?
Right location and wind, because some plants don't take a lot of wind.
Right.
Sun.
Yeah. Local climate and your microclimate. That's 3 and 4.
And sun.
Yeah. No, that's part of climate and microclimate.
Water.
Same thing. Okay, number 2 and number 1. Number 2 is your resources. Yes, that's it. And remember that when you have your landscape all set up and planned, you don't have to do it all at once. You can do it in pieces. So you can always match your budget to your plan. And really, number 1 is you.
What you want to achieve.
What you want to achieve. Think of your landscape as your house. Your house has a kitchen, it has a bedroom, it has a living room, has a playroom. So your landscape, maybe there is a feeding part, a vegetable garden. Maybe there's a place like you want to go and read a book. That's your relaxation garden. There's a place where people come over where you light the barbecue and you cook and you eat. That's your entertainment area. So think of your landscape in all of those conditions. Then put it down on paper and then outline the characteristics of your site. Which part's sunny, which part's shady, where's the water, what's the soil like? How many have done a soil test of their soil? How many got clay? All right, good. Well, then all the rest of you must be in perfect condition.
No, I live on a old riverbed, and if you dig up something to put in a hole, and you put the plant in, you gotta have some dirt to put back there.
That's right.
And my solution for not having to weed all of that is to start woolly thyme and just let it cover the whole area, and it works gorgeous. Very few weeds come up.
Excellent. Good idea.
You need a jackhammer.
Yeah. So that's just a few words on landscaping. Neil, could you?
Well, he just covered it all. Landscaping. I was just going to add that pay attention to exposure. And when you go into a nursery, and a plant tag says sun to part shade. Let me break that down. What that means is that it will take the full western August exposure in swim. Okay? When a plant tag says part shade to shade, that means it wants morning sun only. Eastern exposure or northeastern exposure. So keep that in mind. A lot of people get all kind of fouled up on where to plant things like that. Yeah.
Since we got two nurseries here, do you guys buy plants that you are fairly certain will survive and thrive in our environment versus plants that people in the Northwest think are nice that may not be appropriate here?
And there are a lot of plants that kind of falls into the right plant, right place category. There are plants that just do not do well in our area. I don't sell them. Photinia, blue spruce, subalpine firs. The list goes on. And they might look great. There's probably somebody in the audience say, I've had a blue spruce in my yard for 12 years. Believe me, it's just a matter of time because of insects. Weeping cherries, Prunus subvertellus, they get blossom end rot, they get brown rot. They're not worth planting. Instead of a weeping flowering tree, put in a weeping crabapple. Some of the other cherries, the Prunus seriolatus, are fine. The Quanzon cherries that are on Fifth Avenue, they're pretty disease resistant, in the Mount Fuji cherries. So just generally Prunus species in western Washington aren't that great because we have damp springs. So just bear in mind what does well, and if you don't know what does well, go into one of our nurseries and chances are we don't sell that plant. English laurel is another one. It needs iron. Most of our soils, a lot of our soils are clay soils. The iron's in the soil, but it's bound up in there. So the answer that a lot of people say, well, you can spray it with chelated iron. Who needs that? You know, why don't you? And if it doesn't get enough iron, the leaves are that color of those things hanging down there. And they should be a dark green. So don't even fool around with a plant like that. Plant Portugal laurel instead.